here by 7?
Yeah, yeah, we weren't late. I see we have a lot of people missing every rehearsal, don't we?
So there are another
10.
It's a lot of people sick. But I understand.
I think I figured out who the trombone, which trombone music I'm missing, and it was Jerry's, and Jerry was absent Monday, so. So I hope he still has his Christmas music, cause I don't think I got it from him. I think he's the one. So I don't know if he's been sick, you know, he has health problems. Yeah, yeah.
Feeling good.
That's what I'm wondering, if he was having health problems or maybe what it was, because, you know, usually he would usually let me know if he was, you know.
Did you see something?
No, and I was out there before the concert and after, but I, you know, it's possible she was there.
Yeah, yeah. That's nice. Come Sunday is our hardest day.
Yeah.
You know,
I went through some of the runs, but yeah, I don't have them on my fingers yet. Can't really tell.
catch up with our classes, you know, since the last of the
Even the right glasses don't necessarily help me.
So,
Right.
Some of my problem is the delay in the transfer between here and here.
Right.
Like even if I read the notes, I don't necessarily read them fast enough, especially sight reading.
Used to be real easy, you know, you'd see a run with some comments and
It's the changes, you know, when it's a consistent repeated pattern, and then it changes. It's like, what are those notes?
Or Keith is scheduled for the regular surgery. No. He was saying he finally had to schedule it because some of the shots.
Oh, yeah. Well, I can relate to that.
That's what finally pushed me over the edge to get cabinet surgery.
it's too cold to fly down anymore.
He's playing around.
I'm really questioning whether my
It looks so sad
prescription
with no
has
front end on
changed
it.
a little bit, or whether it's just, you know, old age.
Cost of having them.
That's a good time to replace a whole bunch of stuff in front there. Hoses and control cables.
That's what my dad did, he tipped the prop on that building, he tipped the prop and said, no, I'm still going in. We're going like $200 a week, and some engineering, no rebuild, so
He's absent.
get it done now.
Because there's no stuff in front of his chair,
Yeah,
so maybe
there's one.
he's not gonna hear.
Oh, for me?
Got it rolling in. Yeah.
Well, I was freaking out when she read that paper, I was like, oh boy.
Oh, okay.
So I'm glad to see, well, she didn't look at it on the computer.
We're seeing California.
I heard they were gonna try and leave some, but, well, what if you're gonna do it for California, are you gonna do it for Hawaii, or are you gonna do it for North Carolina?
5:30, we'll call the meeting to order.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Approval of minutes of December 9th board meeting.
Make a motion to approve the minutes.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passed. Guess we don't, we got
Yep,
treasure?
we did.
Hmm?
We did.
Okay. Yeah, next is the treasurer's report for December.
I'll make a motion to approve the treasurer's report from December 2024 as presented.
Second.
Favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passed.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Public time? Public time? Go ahead.
Last month, you voted to change the hours that the township office will be open. And I understand this change to close on Fridays is in line with other municipalities. And also lots of businesses have gone to the practice of not being open on Fridays or being open a short day. So I don't have any issue at all with any of that. But I would like you to consider one small change to the new office hours, staying open till 5 o'clock or possibly even 6 on one of those days. And the reason for that is twofold. This would maybe give some people an opportunity to come into the office after work. I know some people still might not be able to get here, but I think it would show a little bit of good faith with the community to stay open an hour later, maybe one day. And also, that would accommodate the issue of, I know you pointed out last month that with the reduction of hours, that's actually one less office hour. I know you all work beyond the office hours, and I understand that. But I think it would be, again, a good faith effort to show that, you haven't reduced the office hours if you stayed open that one extra hour one day. So just something to consider. I also have a letter which I've addressed to each board member that I'll give to Supervisor Engelman as procedure.
Anybody else?
Hello, Karen Brashako. I live in Metamora, but again, I grew up here. My brother's buried out there. My parents have paid taxes here for 40 years now. So I get this idea at these meetings that you want us to trust you and not to criticize you, and you really don't want anything but positive feedback. But my goodness, why should we trust folks who, at the last meeting, elected or appointed someone to the library board when that seat wasn't open? So Dr. Nina Sharma Schoen's seat was not open. Her term is not up until the end of this year. And you guys voted on it. All you had to do was check the library. You search for Lapeer District Library Board, and in the first page that comes up shows that her term was not up. And the terms are 4 years, not 5. So it's just amazing, like how badly people could do things like that. And I have FOIA'd all the information related to that, including the letters that you guys have, but the deputy clerk can't respond and say, hey, I received your FOIA, so then I have to come drop it off in paper. So I'm due that tomorrow, so I sure hope to have that information then. We have a lot of evidence that things are not going well here, and that is why we as citizens have a duty for oversight, right? You guys voted on a building last week that some of you hadn't even seen the drawings. Over $500,000 is going to go into creating that new building, and some of you had not seen the drawings and reviewed them. I find that just amazing that anyone would do that. Same dumb argument last year as this year in December meetings of why you can't set the date for the annual meeting for residents here to come and vote on things when people are going to set their schedules around what that date is. So it just really, you would fail freshman logic with some of these arguments that we have here. the nepotism, okay? A lot of townships, municipalities have clauses, nepotism clauses that say you cannot hire family members. But Julie has a family member. Her daughter works here, right? And then Julie made a motion and voted twice to put her daughter on boards. Her daughter, who has really displayed really poor behavior towards residents here, poor behavior in the annual meeting, has been shown to be just really inaccurate in answering FOIAs. I mean, does not seem to have some kind of unique skill set that has to be hired. That is why nepotism isn't allowed, because people, your judgment is clouded. We all have that problem, and that's why it's not allowed. The treasurer's reports, and he's not here today, but I brought this up a little bit in the last meeting. Those, you guys vote on those? Have you actually lined them up? The amounts don't match going from month to month. There's no interest listed. If you look up other financial reports for townships around here, they show how much interest your accounts are. They're just, I showed them to an accountant friend. They said, hire a forensic accountant because that is something is wrong there. Also listing Lapeer County Bank and Trust, which has been closed for a while. That account doesn't exist anymore. It's now Choice One, right? We can't even get the right information on a public record. That is just amazing to me. And then you held a secret meeting with the airport folks, right? And maybe you're allowed to do that, I don't know. But if the public can't come, why is that? Why does it have to be secret? What's going on there? Also, I just got to say, a couple meetings ago when you were saying what conditions you found at the airport, right? How dumb do you have to be to comment on ongoing litigation, right? How dumb do you have to be to basically accuse people of fraud when that case has been opened up by the federal judge? Thank you.
Anybody else? Go ahead, Bob.
I have an account that, I came a house to the bank out in front of, my Walmart. And they changed their name several times, which is what County Bank has done. As long as the routing number is the same, it's the same bank.
That's correct. Thank you. Anybody else? Okay. We'll move on, more business. In airport engagement contract, everybody's received a copy of this contract. So, had time to read it, I guess, you have it in the hand, correct? And that is Tupper Law Firm, an aviation attorney, to draw up a new agreement for having businesses within the airport, FBO and such. We need to move forward if we're gonna do that. This gentleman is an aviation attorney, so he knows aviation. Sat down with him, spoke with him for, probably an hour and a half. On this, he sent us a contract. Okay, the hourly rate, which, cost of payments are $4.50 an hour, for his work, which is not out of line according to, attorneys for this particular situation here. In fact, actually, Judge Nolan said $450 is about average.
I will make a motion to approve the legal contract to represent the Lapeer Airport for Mayfield Township for aviation-related issues with the Tupper Law Firm PC, effective 1/1/25.
And a fee of
And
$450 is fee.
as presented.
Second.
Call.
He,
Okay.
he does have a copy of the old agreement to review, and see how things were,
They
what
will
they were,
change.
looking at it for a while, so. Okay.
Very qualified too.
Yeah, quite qualified. Who did you go first?
Sure.
Sorry, yes.
Dan?
Yes.
Frisch is absent. Engelman?
Yes.
Schlaud is yes.
Yeah. Next we have a road project, which we get usually every year from the road commission on, the brush axe and tree removal. Costs $10,000. Road commission pays $5,000, we pay $5,000. This is the same one we do every year.
Make a motion to accept it.
I'll support.
Okay, July?
Aye.
That motion passed. So you're waiting on Julie, what,
I have been, actually Dan and I went to a meeting last week, we were asked by the auditor to clean up a lot of the old, fire runs that have been sent to collections. In doing so, I seen some of them that were, on our books, so to speak, from before I started working here, so, when they go to collections, they really don't, collect, that's correct. So, he wanted to clean up everything, so, I told him I'd bring it to the board meeting. So I'll make a motion to, for the auditor to write off any fire run that was sent to the collections and is delinquent as of 12/31/2018.
2018, 19?
Do you have a dollar amount?
I didn't add it up, I was working on it, so, no, but it's a lot. So, but again, like I said, you're not gonna get them, if you haven't got them from 1995, one of them was from, so,
1995.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
That's in 2019.
yes.
Just lingering out there, so
Yes.
auditors like there,
Yes.
keep looking
Correct.
over, because they have sign off.
Yeah.
And I got, obviously, I got collecting, them collecting,
There's so many people, they either die, they move away, we don't have, we get in touch with them. The only real ones are the ones that we can touch.
I'll make a motion to
Give me a second.
get them off the books.
I'll second it.
Second it, I'll second it, yep. No sense of having it, I'm not getting them.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
That motion passed. Next committee report.
Let's wait a minute, let's do a roll call.
Okay.
I'll be back to it now, but Maasch.
Yes.
Engelman.
Yes.
Schlaud is yes, and Kile is.
Yeah.
Okay. Next will be committee reports. I don't have anything specific from GLTA, go that Wednesday.
EMS, all they talked about was the budget, and we did officer appointments. It was kind of quick meeting, so.
Next we have payment of bills.
I'll make a motion to pay bills. Supervisor?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
That motion's passed. Next, adjournment.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 That motion passed. 5:45.
I didn't even. Well, I did the first.
Oh. Just a second, let me turn this off.